Once he joined the Army, and he had just gone through airborne school, and he said, well, I'm going to be stationed in Alaska. And I said, well, I want to go up there and finish my senior year of college in Alaska. I just want to be around you. You know, I'll get an apartment. He's like, you'll do that? I was like, well, I just want to be around you, Michael. And he was like, well, I'm going to call you back. And he called me back. He's like, why don't we just get married? And I'm like, what? He's like, why? You know, we can live with each other, and, you know, we don't have to live in a separate apartment, and I can wake up every morning next to you, and all you have to worry about is just telling me that you love me every day. And I was like, oh my God, okay. It was amazing. This is a really good picture. We couldn't stop holding hands actually at the wedding. And we actually kept rocking into each other, and everybody came up to us afterwards and told us that they were afraid that we were going to kiss before he said that we could. A lot of people do get married very young. Some get pregnant and get married. Some are straight out of high school, and it's all that they will probably ever do is have that career in the military. You know, Michael and I were both college educated and had kind of set plans of how things were supposed to work out. And I asked him, I said, why do people get married so young? And he was like, because they know how precious life is. And they know that if there's something that they want, you can't wait. Why wait? I didn't have just a yellow ribbon, I had the rhinestone yellow ribbon. And I remember putting that on, and it was a beautiful day out, very sunny, and I went over to my mom's house for the Heroes season finale, and it was probably around 11:30, and the house phone rang at my parents'. I was getting my dogs ready to go, and my sister handed it to me, and it was my next door neighbor. So I'm like, hey, Danny, what's up? Hey, you need to come home. I was like, why do I need to come home? There's some people that need to talk to you. And I'm thinking, oh, does he want me to talk to his daughter? I'm like, well, who needs to talk to me, Danny? You just need to get home. And, you know, it's that pumpkin scooper. Carving it out at that second, just dropped the phone.
And she came running upstairs. But she was in such a panic, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And we were trying to figure out how to get over to her house. We really didn't. She just kept saying, I hope it's only one. I hope he. I just kept saying, he's probably injured. Don't think the worst. But it was a horrible feeling. We had to. I couldn't drive. Already I couldn't drive. She couldn't drive. Our neighbor, who's a policeman next door, we went over and he drove us to her house.
You know, I just remember repeatedly saying over and over, dear Lord, let it be an injury, dear Lord, let it be an injury, dear Lord, let it be, like at that speed, repeatedly, dear Lord, let it be an injury, dear Lord, let it be an injury. When all military wives know that if it's an injury, you get a phone call. And we did the U-turn, and I knew we had one right turn and one left turn, and we'd be at my house. So when we made that right turn, I told him to stop the vehicle, and I wanted to see if there was 2 soldiers standing in the street, hoping maybe it'd be one, and it would make a difference. And I saw the 2 soldiers, and, you know, everybody in the car was in shock, the police officer and my mother. And my mom, you know, I just remember hearing my mom just go, oh my God. And I wouldn't let them, I said, just stay at the car. And I got out of the car, and I walked over to my patio chair, and I sat down on it. And at this point, you know, my grandparents lived across the street from me, were friends with the neighbors. Everybody's standing out there staring at me. And, you know, I saw the 2 soldiers in their Class A's walk up, and I remember one of them was shaking like a leaf. And all I'm thinking is, God, I cannot wait to tell Michael about this weak soldier who can't even stand straight to notify, you know, this wife. And then the words, you know, the Secretary of Defense regrets to inform you that, and I just sat there like this. I said, are you done? And they were like, well, there's more. And I said, get the fuck away from me. And, you know, they walked off to the car. And at that point, I started dry heaving into the grass. I started screaming, there is no God. There's no God. And I remember, I had my flag, hanging by the entrance, and I just wanted to rip it off and just wrap myself in it. I remember laying on the grass, and I just kept saying, my baby's gone. Baby's gone. My baby's gone. Baby's gone.